You thought prisons were bad until you heard about Alabama's. And last week was a wild one for the state's broken correctional system. Here's what you missed. Fast food chains are using inmates as slave labor, according to a lawsuit filed last week. The federal suit claims that prisoners in Alabama are denied parole and forced to work in fast food restaurants as part of a labor trafficking scheme that generates $450 million a year for the state. The prison system deducts 40% from inmates' wages, and they supply companies like KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, and Wendy's with a consistent workforce. The lawsuit likens the arrangement to convict leasing, and it seeks to end what it describes as a modern-day form of slavery. An Alabama death row minister could die during a new execution method set to take place next month. In January, death row inmate Kenneth Smith is set to be executed using a new, untested method, nitrogen gas inhalation. His spiritual advisor, Reverend Jeff Hood, will be at the execution. However, he's facing restrictions due to this new method. The process involves an inmate inhaling pure nitrogen without oxygen through a gas mask. But there's a possibility the hose administering the nitrogen could leak. Reverend Jeff Hood, he had to sign a form acknowledging the risks involved and also agree to stay at least 3 feet away from Smith. However, the distance will prevent Hood from being able to fully administer last rites and lay hands on Smith to anoint him in his final moments. In response, Hood's lawyers have filed a lawsuit claiming that the rule is unscientific, violates Smith's religious rights, and deems all of it hostile toward religion. 2 inmates were found dead in their cells at the Williamson Donald Correctional Facility last week. That brings their 2023 death count total to 28 so far. In 2022, that number was 40. Investigations into the causes of the deaths are ongoing, with autopsies revealing no signs of trauma or foul play pending further lab studies. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Last month, the family of an inmate who died in prison hired a pathologist to conduct a second autopsy, which revealed the 43-year-old Brandon Dotson was missing his heart. The family claims that no one has informed them where the heart is or why it was removed. They are now suing prison officials, among others. The Department of Justice is also suing the state for unconstitutional living conditions found in its prisons. Meanwhile, a new $1.2 billion prison is being built in Elmore County. We've got more coming, so be sure to follow AL.com.